same thing about mobile phone. Now 95% of the world's population has a mobile phone.
คุณยนต์ทำอาหาร
So what about people who love cooking? I'm a woman. I love cooking.
Yeah, you know me. And I also like cooking. I'm really decent cook as well. But in these busy times, when do we have time and enthusiasm to cook? Maybe once, twice a week.
Yeah, this is not to replace yourself from cooking. It's not to stop anybody from cooking. We should say that the kitchen is designed for a human to use first, and the robot comes second. So if you were to cook in this kitchen, it would feel very natural. It's exactly how you would want it in your normal kitchen laid out, and the hands are adapted to that, not the other way around. What this is to replace is not the meals that you will cook yourself. It's to replace the ones that you don't cook. It's to replace the sort of not so good instant foods, the takeaways, the ready meals, the frozen food, all this stuff that you eat because you're too tired or you're too busy to cook something fresh and delicious and nutritious. It's really mostly for convenience, but it'll really help have good food in the home when you can't do it yourself, you can't make it yourself. I think it'll be especially lovely for things like a really good breakfast. Everybody wants a good breakfast, but nobody has the time or the inclination to make one. And this one, you can set it like a coffee timer. This part's cool. Goes in with some vermouth there. You can set a timer on it, to, like a coffee machine. Another kind of primitive kitchen robot. But you can have it make anything you like when you wake up in the morning. And for the whole family, you can do more than one thing.
我们提到一点，很多人他喜爱做饭，但是这个机器人的问世会不会影响到我们这些爱做饭的家庭主妇呢？其实不然，这个机器人的手臂是可以收起来的。当你不想用机器人来做饭，你也可以像我们平常一样正常的使用这个厨房。然后我们还提到了一点，这个厨房真的是可以为我们省去很多的麻烦和节约很多的时间。比如说，我们常常想吃早饭，但是却又没有时间做，这个机器人就能很好的帮我们做些早饭，而且它还可以做一些咖啡之类的。
Also, for example, imagine that you're coming back from the work, you're really tired, or just picking up the kids from the school. So you can just simply make an order to the kitchen by your cell phone. And by the time you come home, voila, the good quality meal is ready and waiting for you in the kitchen.
I have a question. Tim, why you choose bisque but not other things?
We chose the bisque for a lot of different reasons. We brainstormed some recipes to start off with, some dishes that we thought would work. First of all, we had to, since this is a very early model, we wanted the first recipe to work. We didn't try to do anything too complicated. On the other hand, we didn't want anything too simple because that wouldn't be useful and it wouldn't prove the concept. And of course, we needed something that would be delicious, something that's a crowd pleaser. So we tried a few dishes, filmed myself doing them, cooking through them, and the bisque was the one that won for the first dish. It ticks all the boxes. It's got lots of movements in it that are applicable to other dishes, so it's quite useful. On the other hand, it's not too complicated, but it's just complicated enough to get us going and to see what we can do with it. And it is quite delicious. I hope all of you can smell it from where you are. I mean, the crab meat's just gone in, the dark crab meat, and it's starting to smell very, very rich and very crabby and delicious. And it's a very good bisque. I hope you like it.
我提了一个问题问我们的 team 厨师为什么他选择做这一道蟹肉浓汤而不是别的菜呢？然后 team 给我们解释到，其实他之前有很多的食谱，但是选择这道菜是因为他认为这道菜可以很好的体现出我们的机器人是如何通过它一些技术运转来完成一道完整的菜肴，而且这一道菜它既复杂又不太复杂，然后是一个很高深的问题然后现在我们可以闻到它那个我们现在已经现场传出了阵阵的香味。
So maybe now everybody wonder how the robot knows that what I want to eat, how the robot knows that what to do now. So for that we have the thing called cookbooks. These cookbooks work like that basically Master Chef was using Molly Robotics kitchen, and his hand movements were recorded by our 3D vision system. So what we receive is the entire preparation process, which team has already recorded.
Right. Cookbooks are, if you want to get a good variety of food into your home kitchen, you don't have a lot of options, but your main one is cookbooks. You can get a recipe and cook it to the best of your ability, and that can be anybody's recipe from anywhere. The problem is you never really know the techniques and the methods very well. Sometimes they're hard to understand or just difficult to grasp, or difficult to do physically. So the end product of a meal that you cook from a cookbook or from a recipe, it may not be the highest quality, it may not be as good as you hope it would be. This helps sort of go a step further with that by actually cooking it for you using the exact techniques that the original chef would intend to do. And that could be anything. That could be a street food dish from Thailand, or it could be a dish from a Michelin star kitchen in France. That's anything. And also, if you do want to cook, if you want to learn, you can, because you can watch exactly how the chef's hands would do it, and then do it yourself.
我们现在讲到这个机器人它到底是如何来运作的呢？首先，它现在做的这道蟹肉浓汤呢，是我们厨师 Tim 先生之前他在这个厨房已经演示过一遍。然后我们有3D 摄影机，它可以全方位的捕捉到我们每一个细节，然后它会被传输到系统中。现在这个我们的机器人手臂就能够像我们 Tim 一样来操作这道汤。然后我们又讲到了 cookbooks， 也就是我们的食谱。我们到底是如何让这个机器人来可以做全国各地的菜呢？我们那个有专门的网站，你可以从中下载食谱。你下完了食谱以后，我们的机器人就可以做全国各地的菜肴，像做一些寿司啊、法国大餐、日本料理、中国菜，什么菜都 OK。
So when you buy the Molly robotic kitchen, it will come with the pre-programmed set of recipes that you can enjoy. And later, our master chefs or even you can then record your own recipe and upgrade it to the web page. And then you can download even more and more recipes from our app. So you will basically able to find recipes from all over the world, from each cuisine, from French to Chinese.
所以你可以从那个全国各地就是包括全世界各地来下载到我们的食谱。
Well, this is just a prototype. So it was programmed with the preset coordinates for the robot to make the ingredients easily accessible for the robotic hands. But our future domestic model over there, it will also include the storage and the collection system.
这个是我们的一个样机，然后我们未来款的厨房在那边，大家可以看到它设计是更加的简洁一些。
And also, let me move just for a second over here. This robot also will come with the specially designed kitchenware, which you can see over here. It looks really nice. It was designed by the famous Italian design company designer. It's really light. It looks good, and it's also the robotic hands can grab it. So you can grab it.
I haven't seen that before. That's amazing. That's going to be in a museum somewhere. It is.
And also the robotic kitchen. When the process of cooking will start, all robotic hands will be protected by our protecting glass. So as soon as the glass is not there, the operation will not start. So if you, for example, have cats or small children, that they will not go inside, they will not be hurt.
我们这一款未来的那个厨房呢，它是由意大利的设计公司 Dinano 设计的。然后你可以看到它前方有一块小屏幕，我们之后的操作就是在那块小屏幕上就可以。然后刚我们Philip 也给我们展示了一下它那个锅子做的真的是非常的精美啊。
And now we can see how the robotic can turn the bread blender itself. But remember, this is the normal kitchen blender that can be used by the human hands as well. So basically, the robotic hands just repeating our exact movements that we do in the kitchen.
现在机器人它拿了一个手动的搅拌机，它握这个搅拌机就跟我们正常人一样啊。然后这个搅拌机呢，我们平常也是可以自己使用的，而且它力道什么控制的都是非常的好的。
Like we said earlier, this is designed for humans. It's trying to be like as possible. So we're not putting things in the kitchen that a human would feel uncomfortable to use, because that's not true to the nature of the hands. It's not true to the nature of cooking. We want to stay as close to human movements as possible. So things like a blender, that could be optimized to be used just for the robot arms or in some other way, but this has to be usable for a human. It has to be as a human would do it. And there's all kinds of other things that it can interact with. I mean, you see the oven there. It'll be able to use any tool in the kitchen that a human can, which is a big deal because other kinds of robot cooks or cooking units, they don't have the hands. They can't do that. They can't go outside their one dish or one kind of dish that they make. They have to do that, and they will never do anything more than that. This will do anything.
I think it's quite amazing to watch how basically the two kinds of electronic units working, cooperating together. So basically, the robotic hands just turn the blender itself, and without any problems, it's now blending the mix.
我们讲到啊，这些厨房中的用品设计呢，都是为我们人类所设计的，它并不是说只有机器人可以使用，我们的设计都是非常人性化的。
Basically, at this point also, this is exact Tim's hand movement. So he was like holding by one hand the pot, and by the other hand was holding the blender. I was blending like that. Isn't it like that, Tim?
Yeah.
Like exactly how you look like when you cook.
Well, pretty much, and this is great because this is the kind of part of cooking that I don't like. I don't like to stand there for 6 minutes and blend. I'd rather not do that. It's boring and uncomfortable. The robot doesn't care. The robot will just do it. It will blend as long as you like, and it doesn't feel the heat. It doesn't get bored because it can't. So just to recap the recipe, by the way, we basically sauteed shallots in butter with a bit of garlic, salt and pepper, added some cherry tomatoes, removed the chicken stock, chili sauce, and of course dark crab meat. Simmered that, and we blended it, blended it for a while. Now we're adding some fresh ingredients that we don't want to cook too much, so we keep their fresh flavors. That's cream, and then it's going to go in with some lemon juice. Now so far we've seen it dosing things from trays and from bowls. This is interesting because it will do a squeeze bottle as well. Now a lot of people ask me, how does it know? How does it know how much pressure to apply? How does it know how much to squeeze that squeeze bottle? It doesn't know anything. It's just going by rote movement, which is what I do. But the movement of the fingers, the hands, is so subtle that the amount it moves will translate directly to the pressure it needs to put on that bottle to get the right amount of lemon juice out. So it's very, very nuanced and delicate movements, or it can be. Then it goes back to blend for a while, and then soon you can all try some, unless you have an allergy.
我们讲到这个机器人，它现在所做的动作呢，都是我们 Tim 先生之前做的动作，被我们的3D 摄影机记录在了里面。然后我们 Tim 也说，他像这种搅拌的动作，他其实自己个人也不是很喜欢，一直站在那边搅这一盘菜嘛。但是我们的机器人他却不会介意。然后我们刚刚加了一些柠檬汁在这个汤料中，我们常常会做菜的时候会想问，我到底应该加多少呢？其实你完全不需要知道加多少，这个机器人它的手指上的有一些感应系统，它可以完全的控制好，就是它那个柠檬汁加的量。
Well, maybe you all wonder how much will this everything cost. So we plan to start our mass production in the year 2017, and we are targeting the price around $15,000 US. That is roughly 90,000 RMB.
Well, this general affordable price for the mass market. 我们都想知道这一款厨房它的售价到底是多少呢？其实我们在2017年将会进入这个市场，我们在那时的定价将会是9万人民币左右，这是一个很令人心动的价格，是不是？
Yeah, so it's quite cheap when you consider the fact that this kitchen will incorporate professionally grade oven, hob, fridge, dishwasher, processor, as well as the pair of the amazing robotic hands.
与此同时呢，我们这一款厨房，它在出售的时候还会包含一个专业的烤箱，还有电炉，还有冰箱，还有它的中央处理器，包括洗碗机，当然还有我们这一副很酷炫的机器人手臂啊。
So this entire kitchen unit is powered by a standard household electricity system. So basically, all you need for this entire unit is just one plug in the kitchen. And also, we will offer the standard guarantees and warranties that people expect from any new household electronics. Yeah, now we have to still wait until the robot will finish the blending, because it blends really carefully. The movements are really delicate. And maybe you wonder, it's a robot, why it can't make it faster? But that was the whole idea of the inventor, to make it looks like a human movement, so it looks natural, it looks good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the global launch of the Molly automated kitchen. Our prototype has taken the technology out of the lab, and the domestic model for sale will place the technology into the home. 先生们、女士们，你们现在观看的是茉莉厨房全球展览。
Okay, so this part, for me, is the most impressive. It's going to put in an attractive way. I thought the robot would never be able to do it. Think of that as a vision. To see what you're doing to present your food. Based on movement, I think that so it's first adding some picked white crab meat to the bowl. Lovely brown crab, Scotland. And now it's going to ladle. It's going to do exactly what I did. Tap to very fine details to neat presentation. Lay down the rim of the pan.
现在我们的机器人将汤盛了出来，大家可以看到它是非常的小心翼翼，一滴汤汁都没有漏在外面哦。就是我们正常人在做菜的时候，盛汤常常会撒一些在外面，是不是？我们机器人是非常的小心。
That's beautiful. That's amazing. Every time I see it, I'm amazed. I actually am. And it garnishes too. It'll do garnish. Like you could just put some soup in a bowl, but it goes a step further. It makes it pretty. And that's tarragon, picked tarragon leaves. Lovely fresh peppery tarragon. And lastly, something quite chefy, luxurious. It's going to do just a few drops of very strong truffle oil. Just drops, because that's all it needs.
现在机器人在里面加了一些松露油，就几滴。
So basically, the robot now finished the cooking, and for you guys who stay here, our Molly girls are not gonna put the crab bits into small cups, so everybody can try how it tastes like.
Well, not everybody. There's a lot of people.
现在我们机器人它已经完成了我们 team 的食谱，现在呢，我们会有茉莉女孩为大家把它分到小杯子里，大家可以品尝一下，你们想品尝吗？ Ladies and gentlemen, it's been our pleasure demonstrating the Molly automated kitchen to you today. The future is served. If you want to learn more about our product, come up to the stand anytime, and please visit our website www.molly.com. Thank you. 如果大家有任何的问题可以提问，然后也可以访问我们的网站3w.茉莉.com 啊。
And if you enjoyed this demonstration, you can come again at 3:30. We have the last demonstration of today.
大家有问题可以提问啊。